Hey folks, welcome to another numeracy video. In this video, we're going to be looking at how to enlarge an object using a point as a center. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so in the previous video that we did, what we did was we actually looked at just scale factor. And in that video, what we did was we kind of just randomly put the object wherever we wanted to. However, in this particular question, or the next set of questions, is you are actually going to be given a particular center, and you have to actually consider that center as you actually make these objects bigger. So the first one, what I'm looking at is scale factor of, let's go 3. Let's go scale factor of 3. So now this time you can't actually just, expand this triangle to a scale factor of 3 and just kind of put it anywhere you like. It doesn't actually work like that. You have to consider the space between the point that's by itself, which is the center there. So I'm just going to kind of put that there. That's the center there. And so we need to consider that space as well. So let's start mapping out all the letters. So we're going to call this point O. We're going to call this A, B, and C. Now, if we look at the distances from A to B, we've got 3. From A to C, we've got 5. And then from O to A, which is this distance here, happens to be also 3. So now, let's actually do this with a scale factor of 3. That means every measurement that we have, we need to actually multiply it by 3. So this means this will become 3 times 3, which is 9. 5 times 3, which is 15. And 3 times 3, which is also equal to 9. So the first thing to consider is now A dash is now 9 units away from that center. So if you look at it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this point right here is now A dash. Once we get that point, I might just move the C a little bit across to here. Now we know the height from A to B is 3, which means A dash to B dash is going to be 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is going to be B dash. And then from A dash to C dash, you have 15 units as the base. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this is going to become C dash. So now what we can do is we can actually draw this up. And check this out. It's quite interesting because the last video I actually used the same triangle. And you can kind of see how I haven't actually changed the ruler at all. It's remembered it. So therefore, I can just draw that. There we go. That's the hypotenuse done. Then I want this perfect, and I can join this to B dash to A dash, and finally I can do A dash to C dash. So as you can see now, these this triangle is now enlarged with a scale factor of 3, but it's actually used O as a center. Now one kind of cheeky thing that you can do to kind of see where whether you've actually done it right is if you actually line up the points, they should kind of line up in a nice way. So as you can see, see how from the center, the B is actually lined up nicely. And then of course, with our bottom there, I mean, it's kind of already done there. So you can kind of see that it's actually lined up. It'll make a little bit more sense when we do the next question, because the next question is a little bit more trickier. Okay, so let's go to this question here. Now we've got to do, I'm only going to do scale factor of 2 for this one. I'm just aware that if I make it any bigger, I'm actually going to need a bit more space. All right, so first step, O, A, B, C, D, and E. Now the actual shape, which is all okay because we've actually got 5 height, 2 width, 2 high here, and a 3 there. But we've got to consider one more thing as well, because the space from the center is 2 and 2. Now, it's actually 2 on the x-axis and 2 on the y-axis is what the center is compared to A, right? So now what we need to do is we've got to do scale factor of 2. That means we need to multiply everything by 2. So the distance from that's going to get doubled, that's doubled, that's doubled, 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 and doubled. So if you look at the new shape from the center, it's going to be 4 across. I'm actually going to draw this in a different color. 4 across and 4 down. So right there, should have done this, is where A dash is going to be. Now if A dash is there, we're going to go 10 below it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is going to be E dash. We've got 6 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is D dash, and then 4 above, which is C dash. Now I'm going to come back to A dash and go 4 across. That's going to give me B dash. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to actually just join all the points to get my shape. So I've got the top there. Again, I'm just doing a rough version, folks, because this is a total pain to try and draw these shapes with a digital ruler. And the last bit here. Oh, woof, woof, woof. Okay, so now how do we know we've actually done this correctly? And I guess this is where what you can do is if you take the ruler and you point it towards A, what should happen is there should be a line. Hang on, let me just get this right. There we go. So from the center, you can see that all of the A's are actually in line. And then if I look at the E, so as you can see, from the center, all of the E's are in line. And then I'm going to look at the B's. Again, all of them seem to be in line. And I could even try the D there. So see how it's all lined up? From the center, it's going towards D, and it's also going towards D dash. So you're almost like creating like this light source point almost to kind of like put it across all the edges of those shapes. And as long as they all line up, then you've actually done it correctly. And that's pretty much a quick summary of how to do enlarging shapes with a particular scale factor from a center. It's actually quite far away from the object. All right, folks, that is basically it for this video. As always, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to keep up with the latest content. Now, there should be a couple of playlists popping up here and here. Great material for revision. And as always, thank you for watching.